anyone, does everybody know what a Waterbirth is? You do, right? It's where you push out the baby in the tub. So anyway, in our practice, we provide Waterbirths as a service to clients, patients, whatever we're calling them. And probably about a third of the people that we see choose to either use the tub in labor or give birth in the tub, right? And like giving birth in the tub is gross. So my husband and I, for a long time, went to comedy at Baer, and this guy gets up in front, and he looked really familiar. Like the whole time, I'm trying to place him. And he looks around at the room, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Is anyone here a midwife?" And I was like, and he goes, "Who delivers 2 of my children?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "We scooped shit out of the tub together." And I was like, "We did. We scooped shit out of the tub together." So Waterbirth is gross, but it's nice because you can like get in the tub and relax, and it feels less terrible, right? Because like childbirth is terrible, but we do it anyway. So in our practice, one thing that we do, like a marketing shtick, right, is we supply all the things somebody would need to have their baby in the tub, right, to have a Waterbirth. So we supply the tub, the liner, the hoses, the sump pump. And the sump pump is actually where we're going with the story. So Ash, who's sitting at the table, is another amazing midwife. She works in Corvallis. And I was at a birth with Ash, and we did not have a sump pump. And the tub is full of water with crap in it, right? And Ash goes, "Well, when I was she's like, "Well, can't you just suck on the hose?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Well, when I was a student, that's like the stuff they made you do, right? You'd start the water going, and it was like the gravity flow effect." And I'm like, "I have not tried that, and I'm not going to start now." Because I was thinking, like, that's how, like, you're going to get gonorrhea in your mouth. You know, like, that's not what we're going for. So luckily, the birth was close to my house. Our midwife, Bailey, who couldn't make it tonight, that is actually the day she was getting married to her first husband. So Julia was doing everybody's hair. So it was me and Ash, and I went home and got a sump pump, right? I was like, we're not putting our mouth on the hose, guys. But Ash is amazing, but like they did some mean stuff to her when she was a student. So our other sort of our policy, like midwives don't have a lot of rules, right? Like we don't want to tell people what to do. Amanda knows, right? You know, she's like, "What do you want me to do?" And I'm like, "Nothing, you're in charge." Except that, like in Waterbirth, in our practice, our rule is that only mom can get in the tub naked, right? So if we worked in Eugene, it would be different. We have an office there. This is the part Julia will ask me to cut from the video. So we have an office there, and sometimes I'm like, "Is this a good idea?" You know, because in Eugene, dads are getting in the tub naked. And so now at the 36-week visit, like pre-birth, we tell people, we're like, you know, mom can get in the tub naked, you can't. You know, because like we don't want to see your dangly bits. Like, no, we don't work with penises. We didn't have to at your house. So that was good. But like, we don't want to see men naked. And you know, we're just like, not other men, there's this one. I see him naked. Like, you know, we don't want to see other guys naked. So I was at this birth in Eugene, and praise Jesus, I have time to tell this story today, because I have 1 more minute, and he flashed the light at me. So I'm at a birth in Eugene years ago, and it's February, and it's fucking freezing, right? And this family, God bless them, has set up a tub outdoors. So we are outside on her porch, and all the midwives in my practice and I are freezing like this. And she is like in transition, so the contractions are real close together, and she's getting pushy and she's grunty, and but she's in this tub outside, right? And her partner at the time, who I don't know, gets in the tub naked. So I have to go to Doppler the baby, and the Doppler is what we use to listen to the baby, and I have to reach into the tub to listen to the baby. So he's in there, and I'm like, he's and like stuff's floating, right? Like, I mean, aside from poop, like his stuff is floating. And I was like, just please no. And then to make it really, really worse, I suggested that she go in the house to use the bathroom, because like in my midwife brain, I'm thinking this baby will never come out outside; it's going to freeze. So she gets out of the tub, and it's time to listen again. And I go to listen to the baby, and I like kneel down next to the tub, and I have the Doppler, and I'm like face to face with his penis. And that just wasn't what I wanted to do. So our rule is that only mom can be naked. Thank you.